This is a videotape deposition of Charles Erickson. The time is 4:07 p.m. The date is November 22, 2009. Would counsel state their appearance?
My name is Kathleen Zellner, and I represent Ryan Ferguson.
Please administer the oath.
Thank you, George. The best you can.
Yeah.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
May I call you Chuck?
Mr. Erickson or Charles.
Mr. Erickson.
I don't go by Chuck.
Okay. Would you spell your first and last name for the record?
Charles Erickson, Charles Erickson.
Okay. What is your date of birth?
June 23rd, 1984.
Do you know your social security number? What is your inmate number?
1138775.
Today, Mr. Johnson and I met with you for the first time. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You've never had any contact with us in any way before today?
No, I have not.
You've never had a phone conversation, a letter, any contact?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Did you, in the last 7 days, write a letter to Ryan Ferguson requesting that his attorneys meet with you?
Actually, it was about 2 weeks ago.
Okay, but can you just confirm the details of that letter?
Yeah, I did. I said that I wanted his lawyers to come down here and talk to me next time they were down here, and that's pretty much it.
Have you been promised anything for your testimony today?
No, I have not.
Okay. Have you decided that you did not want your own attorney present?
That's correct.
Are you on any medication today?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Have you ingested any alcohol or anything that would affect your ability to recall events?
No, I'm not.
When we appeared today, did you present to me a letter that you claim that you had written?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have an exhibit sticker? Let's mark this as Exhibit 1 for the sworn statement. Second. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Erickson, I'm going to hand you what we've marked as Exhibit 1 of your sworn statement. Ask you if you can identify this document.
Yes, this is some notes that I'd written regarding the murder and robbery that I'm in prison for, and I wrote this on the 20th of November this year.
Are you stating today under oath that this statement is an accurate rendition of what happened in the robbery and murder of Mr. Heinhold?
Heinhold, yeah, that's correct. Okay. That's correct.
Okay. Would you read slowly what you've written into the record?
Sure. I made a lot of assumptions and turned them into facts to satisfy the police. When I did that, I used the opportunity to move the blame onto Ryan and off of myself. Things happened much differently than I had previously stated. When we left the club, I cannot honestly remember if we had robbery on our minds. I made up the statement about Ryan giving me the tire iron and saying that we might get messed up without it. I imagined that it might have occurred that way because I knew I had beaten the victim with a tire iron. I could not accept in my conscious mind that I was the sole perpetrator and aggressor, so I put a lot of the blame on Ryan. I don't think that much of it was even consciously done. It was just too hard to admit to myself and others that I had killed someone. I could not even accept the possibility of it. We had never done robberies before. We never did them after. We broke a lot of stuff, which was probably what we had in mind when we left the club. I believe that I flipped out and committed the entire act alone and with little forethought. I remember feeling psychotically giddy, if that's understandable. I did not tell Ryan what I was going to do. He had no idea that I would act in such an aggressive manner. I don't remember how much of it he was there for. He could not stop me. He could not stop me, though he tried at the end. If he had wanted to stop me before and during much of the act, I was armed with a tire tool. Ryan did not say, "Come on, let's get this over with," while I was stalking the victim. He was actually pleading, "Come on, let's go." He did not want a part in it. Again, I turned it around because I did not want to accept the responsibility of the sole perpetrator. I strangled Kent Heidholt to death. I did not remember this until the police told me what he was strangled with. When I said, "That's fucked up," after they told me what he was strangled with, I just remembered doing it. I then denied remembering it. I lied right there. That was the first blatant lie. It was then that I knew I had done it. I was worried about survival. It was too hard to throw away my entire life and put my head on, quote, the chopping block. See the video of the interrogation for that. I tried telling the police that I might have strangled the victim. One of the officers stopped me. He got mad. He did not want to hear that I might have done it. Again, see the video. Before I knew I had done it, I consciously assumed it was Ryan because it was too hard to accept that I might have done it. I made up what I said about Ryan being on top of the victim. I lied about him strangling the victim to everyone from Nick Gilpin to the jury. On a subconscious level, I've always known that I did it. That is a part of me that I have accepted. I enjoyed doing it at the time. I was in a lot of pain and felt the need to take it out on someone else. There was something wrong with me. I regret now that I put an innocent man through that. He didn't deserve it. I don't lose sleep over it, though. It's more that I feel it was a sort of violation. Had he been my enemy, I wouldn't regret it, except for the prison time that came with it. I lied at the proffer about ripping the belt off, pushing Ryan off of the victim, and leaving the scene with the belt. I made this up after I read Dallas Mallory's statement that he had seen me with something in my hand. There were also two unidentified witnesses in the car who could have seen me with the belt. I had to have an excuse for having the belt in case it came up later. Ryan was actually the one who pushed me off of the victim. He probably wouldn't have been successful except that the belt broke at the same time. My original story didn't make sense. I don't know why the police didn't question it. Why would I stop beating the victim, snap out of my rage, and then Ryan strangle him? I beat the victim, Kent Heidholt, until he was on the ground. Then I took his belt off and strangled him with it. At first I said that I thought I had thrown up at the scene. I did throw up, but it was later. I'm not sure where. Maybe at the Osco or Jewel or whatever it was. Maybe in their parking lot, I'm not sure. Saying that I thought I got sick at the scene was convenient because it removed me from the situation. I said I was sitting on the curb feeling nauseous in between the time that I stopped beating the victim and I pushed Ryan off of Kent Heidholt. That was a lie. Ryan never touched the victim. I lied about remembering taking items from the victim, though I believe I did. That was all assumptions and trying to pacify the police and prosecutors. I lied about putting things in a bag in Ryan's car. I didn't remember that. I believe that when Ryan took the money out of his wallet when we were back at the bar and said how pointless my actions were, he meant just that. He was asking why I had done it. How could he have forgotten about money in his wallet? I'm not sure that I remember him saying that he had always wanted to kill someone before he turned 60 on the night of the murder. If he did say it, he may have just been trying to act tough. The witness stated that the kid with highlights in their hair had told the cleaning lady to get help. Ryan had highlights, not me. I can't remember who told the cleaning people to get help. I remember feeling astounded when I was told by the police that it had actually happened. I still don't know where that memory came from. What were my out-of-control statements to Christian Blankenship and Julie Dunn in the parking lot? I don't know. That's something that I'd like to know, and they should probably be asked about. And finally, after the murder, I remember telling Ryan that it didn't matter who did what because we were both there. I said this so he would keep his mouth shut. That's it.
Okay, let me ask you just a couple of follow-up questions. So, are you saying today that you are the sole murderer of Kent Heidholt?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. And are you saying that Ryan had no idea when you went to the parking lot where you encountered Ken Heitholt what you were going to do?
That's correct.
Are you saying that there was no plan between the two of you to commit a robbery that night?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you have a recollection of that?
I can't remember what we intended to do. I don't know.
What was the position of Mr. Heitholt when he was strangled?
He was face down.
Okay. Yes. I want to ask you again, is it correct that you're the one who declined to have an attorney present today?
That's correct.
And are you currently on any medication of any type?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Do you feel that you're making this statement from your memory of the events of what happened that night?
That's correct.
Okay. Right. I don't have any further questions.
You're going off the record. The time is 4:18.